Alright, what's up everyone? We're back with some more live video game hunting. This massive box of games beside me is going to play a big part in this video, so make sure you stick around for that. But let's waste no time, let's just straight into the live hunt and we'll see you back and have a look at what's in the box.
What do you put there?
DVDs before I bring them in.
DVDs, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, you do. I always like to ask. Yeah, thanks for
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we struck out in those first couple. Did see a few games, but nothing really worth picking up. Just Dance 2 in the last one, I did think about grabbing because we could have probably tripled up in trade because it was only €1, but the disc was fairly scratched, so we left it behind for someone else. So we're just going to do one more stop now, jump into the one in Coolock, hopefully get a few bits there, and if not, we'll leave it for today, head into work and do a bit of hunting another day. So let's just jump straight down and fingers crossed we find a few bits. Alright, so nothing showed up on the L pre-work hunt. It's been about a week and a half since I've been away and everything, so we're out for a little bit of a Saturday morning game hunt. Saturday's been a bit of a mixed bag for me. I've found some stuff but don't really find too many games, so we're going to go and hit the exact same tree that we hit at the start of the video, and then I'm going to try and get 2 little bonus stops in, depending on the weather because it's pissing at the moment, and hopefully we pick up some games. So let's just get straight out there and see what we can get. So nothing in that first stop. They did have a copy of, well actually I think they had 2 copies of Shenmue on the Dreamcast. We don't have a Dreamcast, so I wasn't going to pick it up. For a tenner, probably not a bad price. I think it goes about 20-25, but again, I don't have any Dreamcast stuff. I wasn't going to get started down that feckin' hole along with everything else. But let me know if it was a mistake not picking it up or if you would have grabbed it. But let's just keep moving on. Let's hit the next 2 and see what we can get. Okay, so I carried this Just Dance 2 around for a while because I thought it traded better than it did. When I actually looked it up, it's only trading for €2 and they had a price for 2, so I left it behind. But just as a general note, other than this one and some of the Just Dance kids, generally Just Dance games on the Wii trade fairly well. So if you see any of them for €1 or so and in good condition, always pick them up because you're guaranteed to at least triple your money. Alright, so I'm not watching the Jack and Jill either. Did grab one game, well, grabbed a kind of bit of one and a bit of another, but this World Rally Championship 3, I'm pretty sure I have this on the PS2 already, but inside was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. So, as you all know, Need for Speed games trade pretty well, and this is a fairly decent disc, so I know I've got a mishmash of loose Need for Speed discs and cases, so I'm always just picking up in case I can match something up. So hopefully we can match that to a case and get a few quid and trade in, but at least we're off the mark. Let's jump into the one in Kulak now, see what's there, and then we're going to head down to Swords and see if we have any more luck there. So we're seeing a few bits, I'm not picking up much. I already have that Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. I don't think it was a great price in terms of getting that for trade for it. I think they had it for 30 quid in the trade, so about that. So we left it there for someone else that might want the actual game. I don't know if I got it on camera, but there was like a Pokemon GX box or something like that in the press. It was brand new sale for about 25 quid. That might have been a bit of a mistake leaving that behind, but I don't know much about Pokemon. Certainly not enough to be splashing out 25 quid on something. So nothing in that stops. Just head down to Swords, hit the 2 down there, and hopefully we come away with some games. But if not, I have a mystery box at home that has to be opened up. So I think what we'll do is either way, we'll just throw a video out with all the failed footage and then have a good route through that box and see what's in it. So anyway, let's jump down there. You never know, we might end the day with a few games. Alright, so we're parked up in Swords. I'm actually going to jump into Smith's here behind me, just see if there's anything doing in there. But then we're going to walk into the main part of Swords to check out those other 2 shops. It's all about getting the steps in these days, and I'm actually starting a new YouTube series. It's called Get Fit with We Fit. I'm going to drop an exclusive trailer for it now, so check it out. Maybe that wasn't the best channel idea. I had to get out of there before I got shot for bringing something stupid home, but we're just going to grab a bag now. I am going to walk into Swords and hopefully we get a few games to end today. Okay, so this looks a little bit dodgy, but I think it's a shortcut. If anyone finds this GoPro, this was my last known location. So it's not looking good. This could be our most barren episode to date, but like I said, we always have that mystery box to fall back on. But we'll hold out hope, we'll hit the last shop. Hopefully there's a pile of games there, but if not, we'll get back to the house, have a look in that mystery box and see what's in it.
Niech się już tu poszło do rynku, to nie da. Długo przeszło spłyt, ale nie wiem co tu jest.
So we're out of time and out of shops. No joy in this one at all, but we're going to get back and open that mystery box. There is an absolute pile of games in here. I'm not sure all of what it is, but I know it's not going to let us down. So stick around and check out what's in that box. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, so as you're seeing, things are pretty barren around here at the moment. Let me know if you've had any joy hunting lately. Hopefully it's just a dry spell and some spring cleaning kicks in and we start finding loads of games for the next one. Anyway, I know it's been a few weeks since we got a video out. I'm going to try my best to get them a bit closer together going forward. We've had a crazy start of the year, a lot's been happening and we're just back from holidays. I don't know if you'll be able to tell from the peeling baldy head on me, but sure, look. We've a few small changes in this one, a few kind of biggest changes going forward, which we'll talk about in a few episodes or so. But we've got a new laptop. I'm having to learn how to use some new editing software, so I'm basically learning all over again. So you'll have to forgive me if there's a few little glitches in this one, but hopefully the video turned out okay. But let's get straight into this mystery box. This was sent to me by, I'm not going to say a viewer of the channel because he's a friend at this stage. A chap that I get talking to on Instagram. You'll have heard me referring to him as the other chap before. His name is actually Brian. But he has a quality Instagram page. It's Be Kind Rewind Retro. I'll leave a link down below. He does a bit of hunting himself, a lot of retro stuff, and a lot of it he sells on adverts as well. So I'll put a little link to his advert shop down below if you want to check that out as well. He said it's a 95% discount for viewers of the channel. So I just made that up. There's no discount for viewers of the channel or anything like that, so don't. Probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway. Yeah, so I have referred to him in a few videos lately. Basically, we got talking on Instagram a while ago, just about all things retro. Mentioned to me that he's a big Goosebumps fan, so we kind of have a little mutual thing going on where I keep an eye out for some stuff that he might like and he'll keep an eye out for some stuff that I like on the hunt. But you've seen in the last video I found those Goosebumps bookends. I mentioned that there was no way I could have flipped them and I couldn't. I knew that he would absolutely love them. He already has them to take him pride of place in his little room there. And they're basically a personal grail for him, along with a Goosebumps DVD set that I found as well. So was delighted to send it on. Didn't want anything in exchange. He was sending me pictures of PS2 games that he had, asked me to pick a few out for the Goosebumps DVD, and I wasn't interested in taking stuff. I genuinely just wanted the chap to have it. But in the meantime, I managed to get his address. I got the stuff sent out to him before I even got a chance to get it sent out. This bloody box arrived at my door, so he's obviously gotten my address from somewhere. But this thing is absolutely massive. The weight that's in it, I don't know if it actually even says it on the label or not. It doesn't, but this was a struggle. Like, I went to the post office to pick this up because I wasn't in when the parcel got delivered. I was expecting a couple of bags of like protein powder that we ordered, and this fucking thing came out. But anyway, I've done a few pre-cuts. I haven't actually gone through the box as of yet. There's actually a note there, which I won't read out. But he's basically saying what we've been talking about in the DMs on Instagram. He said this is mostly games with a few little bits and pieces and a few goodies thrown in. He said a lot of them are untested, some of them are a bit scuffed up and that, so he's not sure if CEX will take them, but He wants me to know that I'm free to do whatever I want with them. To be honest, unless I actually already have it, they're going to be getting kept. You know, I have a problem hoarding games. To the left of me down here, there's still piles of games on the ground. I'm still waiting to get that big Billy bookcase from IKEA. Once that's in there and we get the games up on the shelf, that will probably be Game Room 3.0, and we'll get a little tour out to you, hopefully in the next few weeks or so. I think I'm finally going to get a chance to go up and get that bookcase the next week or two. So anyway, without further ado, let's just go through this box here. As I said, it's mostly going to be stuff that I'm going to keep. Hopefully if there's anything in there to trade as well, it's in decent condition and CX can take it. But if not, if it's something we already have and we can't really trade it, we'll do what we do best in this channel, and maybe we'll just keep paying it forward and we'll do a little giveaway or something like that. But yeah, it's well packed up here. Straight off the bat, I'm seeing games. Let's just pull some of this wrapping out. Oh god. There's actually some VHS in here as well, which is class. Okay. Oh my god, this thing is like... It's like 2 layers deep. There must be... There's over 50 games in here, lads. I don't want to get the GoPro down because it's on a mount there. Let me get the phone out. We'll do a little bit of Inception. We'll do a video within a video and show you all what's in there. Here's the rare look at the other side of the game room. A few guitars in the wall. Mostly shite lying around everywhere, but you look. So this is the box here. I won't show completely what's in it because I obviously want it to be a surprise, but as you can see, it is just packed full of games. Looks like it's mostly PS2 as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, definitely gonna need the bookshelf after I go through all this. But seriously, Brian, thanks a million. This is gonna be so much fun. I love just going through these boxes. And most of my PS2 collection is just above me here and on the ground, so I'm just trying to think if I can do a quick little move around with a few bits, just so I can have a quick reference and see if we have a lot of this stuff. I might as well show you the scenes beside me here, so you can see how bad the game room has gotten. So this is all the stuff on the ground that's waiting for a new home on the shelf. Bags of games. There's the dog. Okay, so we have a good view of all of what's in there, so we'll be able to do a quick comparison and see what we have. So anyway, let's just get going. Straight off the bat, there's a couple of non-game related bits here which look absolutely class. We're going to pull these out first. I got my first, well, I have a few VHS here that I did a bit of a clear out probably a few years ago and found some class VHS tapes. Kept them in a separate box, so the plan isn't that firewall there one day, is just to get it shelved top to bottom and maybe do some sort of a massive media wall and just have a load of like VHS, DVDs, stuff like that, and just have like an old sort of, obviously not like a video game store, you hear me, obviously not like a video rental store, but that sort of vibe where it's just packed full of films so we can come up and just browse through and pick one out to watch. But here's another 3 for the collection that I don't have. So we've got OG Batman, we have got Dumb and Dumber, and then completing the trifecta we've got Jurassic Park, which is absolutely class. So 3 really cool VHS for the collection. I just love, it just takes you back, just holding them and looking at them, feeling the shape of them. Was he kind? Did he rewind? You know he did. It's called Be Kind Rewind Retro. So class few bits there. I'm going to start a little pile on the ground here. Hopefully I can get up out of the chair by the end of it all. But yeah, let's just start going through the games one by one. This is one that I think I have. I'm not going to go through looking at all the discs and stuff like that, but like that's absolutely perfect. I think I actually have the Lego Star Wars 2. Again, I'm not going to look for every single one of them, but just out of the curiosity, I do have Lego Star Wars 2, and this is in pretty nice condition, so we'll either upgrade my one or else straight away we've got something nice to trade, so that's a class little start. One that we definitely do have is GTA Vice City. This isn't too bad either. I think that's one that we... yeah, that's one that we definitely have already. Maybe we'll do a little bit of giveaway with that one. You can't really have a PS2 giveaway without GTA Vice City in it, so... oh look, you came prepared. Here's the Be Kind Rewind Retro business card. I'll hold it here so there's no glare. So yeah, links are on there, but as I said, links will be down below in the description. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna find a little spot for this actually maybe, and I don't know. We'll pop it up here for now. We'll find a permanent spot in the game room for it eventually. Next, another PS2 classic, The Getaway. Let me know if you remember playing this one back in the day. This is class. Again, one I might have for the collection, but another good one for a giveaway. So this one, actually, funnily enough, I don't know where I put it. The one game that I fucking picked up yesterday was that World Rally Championship, and I think I'm so confused. I keep getting all these Need for Speed games mixed up. I'll go down to edit all this now. I'll be laughing at myself, but I think I picked up this as disc only, which was Need for Speed Underground 2. And it might actually be an upgrade on this one, so that's a good trader. Again, one I probably have already because Need for Speed ones are ones that you do see. Actually, I have Underground 2, but I have a Platinum version, so maybe we'll keep this one and shift the Platinum one on. We've got a copy of Oi Toy Monkey Mania. An absolute banger. But look, it's one that we don't have for the ever-grown PS2 collection. We must be at over, I don't know, maybe 150 titles at this stage. So I don't know how many PS2 games I've released. They're probably in their thousands, but it's just nice to get a little collection building. This one actually looks class. This is Hot Wheels World Race. I definitely don't have this one. I don't think I've ever played it before. And this is nice and complete. The minty manual in it, and the disc is absolutely perfect. He said these weren't tested. I don't think he even looked at half of them. But really nice for the collection. That. Let's see. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is a GameStop case. I actually don't think I have a GameStop case. I didn't really bought them around the time. Oh my god. There's a few bits in there I didn't really get to see. There's a few like loose carts and stuff like that. So maybe we'll keep that. No, we'll just go through it now. Because in classic Adam style, I'll put it down, I'll forget about it, and I'll realise afterwards I never really showed off what was in it. Okay, so this is actually the disc. So it says on the front that it's Def Jam Icon, and it is actually Def Jam Icon that's in there. A couple more business cards, and I've got some DS cards falling all over the place. Where did that one go? I'm actually gonna have to go up and try and find this. Please stand by. Okay, we're back, and I have all the loose stuff in. Jesus Christ, I'm still dropping it. All the loose stuff is in my hand now. So yeah, Def Jam Icon. That's a pretty cool one, even for fucking stuff going everywhere. Even though it's disc only. That would be a sweet one to get a case for. I'll leave it down there. Alright, so there's more business cards. Actually, they're probably stickers, are they? These are stickers. We'll have to find a little spot to stick this as well. That's actually probably a better idea than leaving the business card sitting there, because that will go missing. So, love an old sticker. I actually must get a few printed up. I've been thinking about doing a new channel logo. Maybe kind of settling on a permanent theme and the colour scheme and stuff like that. And I'm going to try and get stuff like this done. So, any budding graphic designers out there that have a few ideas on what I could do for a logo, you know, hit me up, let me know. Probably won't get paid because I've no money, but sure, look. We've got... Anyway, back to the carts that are in hand. We've got 5 in total. We've got a PSP one here, which is Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, which used to belong to Aisling by the looks of it. So thanks for your Liberty City Stories, Aisling. I don't really have too many PSP games, but that could be one I possibly have. You can't see where I'm looking, but I'm basically right up on top of the shelf. There's a pile of PSP stuff, but I don't think I have it. But next up, we've got a few DS games. We've got Harry Potter. Jesus Christ, which one is it? It's so small. I know I don't have my glasses on, but I'm normally okay up close. Years... I don't know which one it is. Someone will be able to tell me by looking at the card anyway. So that is sweet. We have got Micro Machines V4 for the DS. And then, this will be interesting. We have a mystery game. I wonder all of what's in that. Do I have a DS handy? I think I have one handy enough to me here, so if I remember, I'll come back to it and we'll have a look and see what's in there for the end of the video. If not, look out for maybe like a little short or a TikTok or something like that where we discover what's on there together. And this is class. This is a copy of Star Wars for the OG Game Boy. And this is actually... This is in unbelievable condition. But that is in absolutely minty looking label. So that's class. Thanks a million for those, Brian. We will sit them just here. As you've seen from the behind the scenes shots, there's not really much room to leave anything. But I've barely made a dent in this, so I'm going to have to keep moving on. We'll be here all night, so I think I'm just going to rapid fire most of these unless there's something that I really want to talk about. But Urb's Sims in the City, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. A few of these I have, a few of these I definitely don't have. I do have most of the Oi-Toys at this stage. That's the OG Oi-Toy Play. We've got a couple of wrestling games now. We've got SmackDown vs Raw 2008 and SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. So I think I have 2008, don't think I have Shut Your Mouth, so do like having a wrestling game in the collection, as you know. We've got a copy of This Is Football 2003, which normally I wouldn't even bat an eyelid at, but it says includes bonus DVD disc and it has it as well, so it's one of these catalog videos. So I don't know if it's got demos, it says demo only on it, or if it's videos. But I do like, I have a few of these sort of demo disc things, but I actually don't have a clue what's on them, so I've been meaning to do, I keep saying all this and I really have to sit down one day and just do loads of filming. I don't know if it's something that people are interested in looking at on this channel, whether people only really want to see the game hunting or if you want to see a few different bits. I've mentioned doing like let's plays and that before. I don't think I'd probably be the best one for getting long plays of games out, but even just doing quick videos where I pop in these mystery demo discs and just seeing what's on them. So I don't know if that's something people are interested in. Let me know in the comments below, because I've probably got enough demo discs here to get a full series of videos out on that. At least then I might actually get a video every week. But we've got a copy of SingStar Rocks. This is a nice one to have because not a big SingStar fan, not actually going to be rocking the microphones on them. But there's a couple of these that have like the RTE2FM logo, which is pretty cool. So obviously they're unique to Ireland. So it'd be nice to get like a little sub collection of any games or any variants of games that are unique to Ireland. So I'm just trying to think what's possibly Irish about it. The Undertones, Tin Lizzy. I don't know. But yeah. Let's say no more. We'll keep saying no more. Okay, this one, I've actually never heard of this one before. The Gareth Master will like this cover, but this is Outlaw Volleyball Remixed. Oh, won't load too many scratches. Oh well. Maybe we can find someone with a little disc resurfacer that might be able to. Oh, they are kind of deepish. I definitely have a pile of stuff that needs to be resurfaced anyway, so that's no harm. We might kind of try and find someone and try and get all the stuff done in a batch if we can. I know the Retro Gaming Store, I think, has a disc resurfacer. I don't know if he's just using it for personal use or for sort of resurfacing the stock and that, but we might have to get in touch with him about that. We've got ESPN NHL 2K5. I'm not even counting these, there's well over 50 games in here. Another Urb's Sims in the City. Viet Cong Purple Haze. I think I have that one. UV, I don't know. I've definitely seen it somewhere. I must have picked it up and not got it or something at some stage, because I'm well familiar with that cover, but one we don't have for the collection. I'll actually have to do a little top up by the end of this and see how many we actually end up adding to the collection or what we end up doing with most of it. This looks very interesting. This is Space Invaders Invasion Day. I've actually never heard of this one. Story mode and survival mode. So it looks like a kind of a, is it a first person shootery thing or something? I don't know. If you see me flick through any of these games and you've played them under class, let me know, because the backlog is real, but I do try and get through as many games as I can when I can, so that could be an interesting one to pick up. Another wrestling game, just SmackDown vs Raw. Sorry, that was a bit violent. We have got actually a non-PS2 game. This must be, I don't want to ruin what's in here, but most of what's in here is just PS2, so a random 360 Kinect game, but we've got Fable Journey. It's very hard to tell from here if these are picking up shine off the light from behind the camera or not, so if you can't see them, I do apologise. We have next, we've got Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Just plain old Sims 2. I think, is it this one that trades okay? I have to do a quick sort of have a look on the phone as I go along and say, no, it just trades for 2. I thought there's a few sim games that trade pretty well anyway, but look, we've got Little Britain the video game, Victorious Boxers Fighting Spirit 2. Okay, this is a Need for Speed game. I don't think I have. This is Need for Speed Undercover. Do I have Need for Speed Undercover? It's not on the ground. No, I don't have it, so that's a nice one for the collection. Really nice manual that actually, and disc. Disc is grand. Light scratches. Just been played, nothing to stop it from playing. Next, we've got the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. We have got SWAT, Global Strike Team. Not really familiar with that one either, I don't think. Anyway, we're on to the bottom layers now. Let me pull some of this bubble wrap out. There's at least another 30, 35 games in here, but I have to just absolutely lash through these because I'm going to run out of battery as well at this rate. Anyway, little pile of platinum. Let's go through this very quickly. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Gran Turismo 3 ×2, and Toka Race Driver. A few there that we don't have. And another copy of The Getaway. This is the platinum version now. I'm sure there's a few people watching this now thinking hopefully CX. Don't take a lot of these when I'm doing a giveaway because there's some classic PS2 titles in here. Alright, next out of the box. Any charity shop hunters out there might be familiar with that one. We've got another Need for Speed Underground 2, Burnout 3 Takedown. Another one that I definitely have. A copy of Driver. This is an absolute classic on the PS3. I actually think I picked this up recently enough. I might have used some CX credit to grab it. Was it Driver? No, I actually have. I think it's Driver Part of the Line, so I didn't have the OG one, so sweet. Straight onto the shelf into the collection. Another copy of The Getaway. I think it's safe to say we'll be giving away a copy of The Getaway after this. We have Brian Lara International Cricket 2005. We've got SingStar Pop World. Yeah, to start our third pile on the ground there now. This one looks interesting. A copy of Vex. I think I have actually heard of this one. It looks like a kind of a, is it like a 3D platformer, little adventure style game? Hopefully the disc isn't too bad in that one. It's fairly scratched, but again, just looks like it's been played a fair bit, so hopefully we can get that into the PS2 for a go. We have EA Sports Rugby 08. And then the last 20 or so games, yeah, we'll just work from here back. Copy of Monster House. I keep thinking that I have some of these games because I can picture myself having them in my hand, but I think I mentioned before I used to work in like a golden discs back in the day. So we would have sold a lot of PS2 stuff because I did work there during the PS2 era. So sometimes you see these games and they stand out for whatever reason, but it's just because you remember kind of having a hold of them. But again, we'll go through everything. Won't do it on camera. We'll go through everything after this, and like I said, do a little tot up and show you what we kept for the collection, how many games are in there, how many games are going for trade, etc. We've got Madden 2005. This crazy amount of games. We've got Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Really good PS2 game. That one I'm almost certain I have. I do have a few of the Lord of the Rings games, so I could be getting it mixed up with another one. I don't see it up there, and I don't. Oh, I do. I have Return of the King, but I actually have the platinum version of it, so that'll replace that, which is grand. We've got another GTA San Andreas. We have another copy of SmackDown Just Bring It. But like I said, this one trades okay. This is actually a nice disc on this one. Now let's just randomly have a quick look, because I know there's a few of the wrestling games in the PS2 do actually trade okay. We do have a good few of them, so. But again, we'll find something to do with them. We give them away. Trades for 2. But do you know, we could pick up 10 or 12 of these games, bring them up, and get 25 quid's worth. Okay, so we've had to change up the angle and change up the equipment. I was watching the GoPro battery like a hawk. I just seen the screen go blank, so I thought Brian had broken YouTube with the amount of bloody games that he sent me. But it was actually overheating. It was too close to the lamp in behind there, so we're going to switch the phone. Hopefully you remember to keep looking at the lens, because that's the whole idea of getting the GoPro, was that I didn't have to focus on that little bit. So anyway, we're down to about the last 12 or 13 games anyway, so let's just kick straight on. Next out of the box is Army Men Real-Time Strategy. Is that what RTS stands for? Real Combat Plastic Men. Okay. Next up we have OG Transformers. A copy of 50 Cent Bulletproof. We've got Juiced. I do remember this one from back in the day. It's one that we might actually have. Let me grab a little handful here as we go. Actually, funny enough, was it the second one or the third one that we picked up yesterday? That's how short my memory is. But World Rally Championship 2 Extreme. Again, I say picked it up, but the box was empty. It was the wrong game in it. We have got Road Trip Adventure. This actually looks pretty interesting. I've never heard of it. No, it looks like a bit of crack. You can play football with a truck anyway, by the looks of it. We've got Rugby 08. I don't even know where to be holding this. Look, I'm kind of desperate. Copy of GTA 3. This is actually class because I don't have this one, I don't think, because I'm kicking piles of games. And Grand Theft Auto, I have Vice City, I have Liberty City Stories, and a few others, but I don't have GTA 3, so really nice manual on that one. And the disc actually looks pretty okay. So, nice one for the collection, happy days. We've got a little handful and then we've got 5 left in the box then. Okay, so this one is Anti-Grav. This is another iToy game. Another Need for Speed. Another Need for Speed. Actually, we've got Need for Speed Carbon. So, again, hopefully a few of these discs are worthy of passing the CEX trade test. Maybe not. Because we do have a good few of them. And the reason we have them is because we're always picking them up because they trade pretty well. So, if I don't have them for the sake of a euro or two, we then go and trade them. So if I do have them, I'll then go and trade them. This is an absolute banger. We've got Pippa Funnel Ranch Rescue. We have got Jacked. Don't know too much about that. Looks kind of road rashy. I think I'm right in saying that. And then another Need for Speed Pro Street. And then down to the last 5 games or so, we have Q Club 2, International Q Club 2. We have SingStar Rocks. And this is, it doesn't have the 2FM logo on it, but it does have the same list of songs, so you know. We have, oh, classic, this is Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I actually don't have this one, so that's a class one to add into the collection. Again, hopefully it's playable. There's Mrs. Retro Games Ireland texting me. And then down to the last 2, absolute banger at the end, but we've got Kim Possible. What's the Switch? And then last but not least, make sure the box is empty and haven't missed anything. Yes, the box is empty, and we're ending with the Simpsons game. Now the Simpsons game is an absolute classic. I am fairly sure I have the Simpsons game. Maybe I'm thinking about I could actually be thinking about the Wii version that I have, but I don't seem to have it there on the PS2, so class one to add to the collection to end it off. But what can I say, Brian, thanks so much for that box. I had great crack going through it. I know it probably seemed a little bit rushed, but I was worried about taking so long looking at it that we'd run out of battery on the fucking GoPro. But yeah, there must be there's at least 65, 70 games in the pile down there, so that's absolutely crazy. So I'm going to try go and bury myself in them and do a real creative thumbnail with it or whatever. But yeah, so we'll leave it at that for this one. Found nothing on the hunt, but an absolute class box of games. Won't always find stuff every week. I'm sure people are out there hunting all the time, not finding it. And I always say just keep going, keep going, keep going, because you never know when you're going to walk into a place on the day. But this is probably the product of finding the Goosebumps stuff, sending it to Brian, and him sending these games back in return. So yeah, we found no games, but we did get rewarded with a massive box of games for some of the stuff we found in the previous hunt. Yeah, so weeks we are not finding games, just try and keep an eye out for other bits and bobs that you can maybe swap with other collectors and stuff like that. It's another great way of building up your collection. But yeah, like I said, we'll leave it at that for this one. Thanks so much for checking it out. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.